Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to the Mike is Hot Instagram Live podcast show every Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. Western Time. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know how we do. We back. We live for another show for y'all. It's going to be a good time. Come on in. Bring y'all asses in the chat. We got a good show for y'all tonight. Show. Y'all know what it is. We got our hosts, our co-hosts, and our hosts in the building. Hey, Michael in the chat. I see you, boy. What's going on? Welcome back to the Mike is Hot Instagram Live podcast show. You know we love to come live for y'all every Thursday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. Western Time. We finna get this thing on the road. Go ahead and turn down my theme music here. I don't know if you guys know this, the theme song from Kenan and Kel, the good old days, but Coolio, who just recently passed away, was the lyricist on the beat, so I had to do that little throwback for him there. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring everybody on. We're gonna get this thing started. Let's go. Hey, y'all. Y'all know the 90s was the shit now. Come on now. This is the good times. This is the good shows right here. All the kids got the whack ass TV shows now. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to the Mike is Hot Instagram Live podcast show. Welcome. Glad to see all you beautiful people. I'm finna bring my co-hosts in so y'all can see their beautiful chocolate asses, because I know y'all want to see it. Hey, Barrett. I love it. I love it. Give me one moment. We got a good show for y'all tonight, man. What's a little hot? Waiting for, hey, good evening, sir.
What's going on?
What's
Hey,
going on?
shout out to you for playing that old school soundtrack from Keenan and Kel opening featuring
Yeah.
Coolio. I
Guess who gave me the idea?
who's that? Oh,
Barrett!
Bear Garrett. Oh, good shit, Bear. That's what's up. What's going
He
on, Bear?
sent he sent me a reel when they announced that Coolio had died, and he sent me the reel of the Keenan Kel theme, the theme thing, and I was like, "Oh shit, this shit did go hard." And then I don't know, I was like, "I'm about to play that for our intro on Thursday since he passed away. Rest in peace, man."
Absolutely, yeah. That was another like surprising death when it comes to like these celebrities, man. It's like it's out of nowhere,
I
and
know.
he was fairly young too. I believe he was
Yeah,
about 59, I think.
yeah. I wonder.
Yeah.
They haven't released. Well, I haven't seen anything. Maybe somebody else has, but they haven't released why he passed away.
Yeah, the only thing that I know of is that they found him on his bathroom or on in a friend's bathroom floor here in Los Angeles, California. So like I'm not sure
Oh
if they did like an autopsy or
no!
anything like that on them to like know what was the cause of death. Hey, Christina, a heart attack?
Hey! Oh, he had a heart attack. I was like, it's either stroke or a heart attack or something.
Okay. Yeah,
Damn.
that's sad, man. Shit.
I know, yo, y'all have to admit that was a jumping ass intro for like a 90s kids TV show back in the day.
I'm not gonna bullshit with you. I did not really watch Keenan and Kel like that.
What?
Yeah,
Oh my
it's like I
God.
was watching like all that, Obviously, I was watching, the show because like they have some talented actors on there, and of course, I was watching, because Kenan and Kel they had their little skits. And it's like I watched like the first couple of episodes of Kenan and Kel. I was like, all right, this show's like it's kind of dope. But then I don't know, like Nickelodeon just started like dying out on me, so like I started,
Yeah.
That's when I started getting into my anime. I started watching Dragon Ball Z and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So.
yeah, yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with a little Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z be popping.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Like, yeah, those are childhood memories. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. No disrespect to Keenan and Kale. They did their thing, but yeah, I had to tune into other shit. You know
Definitely.
what I'm saying? My
Definitely because
Dragon Ball Z,
shoot.
my X-Men, my Power Rangers when it was okay to
Holy
watch.
no. Yo, all those shows, like all that and all that stuff, man. I'm just gonna say, like, our era for childhood shows was lit.
Oh, it was clearly the best there. Like, I'm sorry, like,
Hey, hey, hey,
what's going on?
Ken.
What's going on, folks?
What's going on? Your sound is a little muffled.
Yeah,
My sound is muffled?
Yeah, a little
just a
bit.
little.
Oh, you know what?
No, now we can't hear you.
Ah, shit.
Oh, you can
Ah,
hear me now.
There we
oh,
go.
no.
There we go.
There it is. Hey, everybody.
What's going on? We
How's
doing these
everybody?
artistic feels because I need to get me a new camera stand. So,
You got a cock to the side tonight.
right, we're gonna do this Stanley
Actually, my
Kubrick.
My shit's a little cocked to the side too, so I don't know. My stand is fucked up too, so like you're not alone.
That's okay. That's all right.
It's all right, man. We got a
It's,
good show for y'all tonight.
it's all about aesthetics. Now, you the one that look crazy, Christina.
I look crazy.
I mean, you look crazy because yours ain't cocked to the side. Y'all are straight.
Oh.
You're out of sync with everyone.
I can't cock mine to the side.
Supposed to be a group. Hey, there we go.
Hey.
Now we look artsy.
Now we look artistic. There we go. I'm glad to see you guys. Y'all doing okay?
Doing okay, doing okay. Glad to, business is starting to slow down at the restaurant, so I'm able to get off
Good.
in a little bit of an earlier time, I guess you could say, because fall is hit and people don't want to be outside, things of that.
Yes, Lord.
Hopefully
The
it works
fall
in
has
favor
hit.
for me to be able to be here on the regular or.
Yay! Yes, bring it back. So we have the regular flow of our show. Shout out to everybody that's tapping in the chat. If you have not followed us, please follow us at the Mike is Hot Instagram Live Podcast _show. And of course, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. The Mike is Hot Live Podcast show, because not Instagram, because it won't be Instagram. All right, so we got a good show for you guys tonight. I really want you, Michael, to introduce the first topic about Jordan Peterson when we start the discussion. Because you have a little really good in-depth insight. But I will say, I watched some YouTube motivational speakings with him, which I really liked. Some of his successful marriage advice that he did, like a little podcast thing with another gentleman. I can't remember the guy's name. But he's a very intellectual guy, Jordan Peterson. He actually was a professor at one point in Harvard, and now he's like a motivational speaker and everything like that. And he's one of these people that just stands on his ideologies and theories of whatever he believes in, and he's just very vocal about what he believes in, and he just stands on that, and I respect it. But they call him, some people call him an incel god, which he was on the Piers Morgan talk show, who I don't know, a lot of people don't know who Piers Morgan is, but he's like is he British? He's a British
British news anchor personality. Yeah.
Talk show news anchor.
Piers Morgan because he's like friends with Donald Trump. So.
Oh well, but he
the only reason.
Who, Piers Morgan?
Mainly.
Oh, well, he had Jordan Peterson on the show, and he even asked him how does he feel being affiliated with the term incel. If you don't know what the term incel is, we actually have had this conversation on our show. An incel is someone who is involuntarily celibate, and he actually did say that he doesn't mind advocating for those group of individuals who feel themselves as an incel. And we're just going to have a open discussion about his ideologies on like monogamy and marriage and women just being more traditional and his traditional theories. And then, of course, our entertainment topic for tonight is going to be about the Dahmer. The Netflix TV show had social media talking up a storm about the controversial serial killer's horrific murders to Black and brown males between the ages of 14 through 25. Some of the families of the victims felt as if the show was revisiting trauma and that the families experienced from the murders of their loved ones by Dahmer. So many messages from this show of injustice in our system, as well as awareness of human interaction. So we're just going to have some thoughts and discussion on that show. It was really a lot of internet frenzy going on about the whole Dahmer series that premiered on Netflix, and it's still up there if you guys want to check it out. We're also going to be discussing the Brett Favre controversy with welfare fraud, trifling, shaking my head, steal from the poor just to stay rich. We're going to indulge in that conversation, that one right there. Threw me for a loop. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not surprised, but it threw me for a loop. That's all I'm going to say on that real quick. And then, of course, our celebrity spotlight topic for tonight is the controversy situation that's going on with Adam Levine and an affair he had with a 23-year-old Instagram model, which made traction in social media news. The Instagram model is perceiving to play like victim without taking accountability for being an assist to home wrecking someone's marriage, which a lot of women, I've never understood any women that will know that a man is married and continue to be involved with him. I've never understood that logic, but Candace Owens, even though I'm not a big fan of Candace Owens, she chimed in on this from her perspective on women not taking accountability for their actions. And she actually had a very insightful perspective, even though I don't really care for her. Some things that she does say you can't deny truth and logic. And then, of course, everything that's been going on with Hurricane Ian in Florida. It's looking crazy. I've been seeing a lot of updates, people's homes being fully flooded, some people not being able to evacuate in enough time. Some of the aftermath of the hurricane, rains and storms are moving to other areas, including Virginia. We might possibly get hit with some heavy thunderstorms. And of course, the passing of rapper Coolio. He passed away, I believe it was yesterday, at the age of 59. And we just got insight that he had a heart attack and was found on a friend's floor. So rest in peace to Coolio and to his family. That is why I played the introduction from the Keenan and Kel theme song, just to kind of give, what's the word I'm looking for?
Hey, baby.
Give him just a reference to, some things that he's done, which that theme song was a major, right, homage, there you go. That theme song was a big thing for the Keenan and Kel show. So R.I.P. to Coolio, and shout out to his family and friends while they're going through this troubling time.
Good thing you didn't play Gangsta's Paradise. That probably would have made some of us cry.
I know. I was trying to make it be more like a little,
yeah,
a nice way to memorize him, because he was doing his thing on that theme song. I couldn't play the words because Instagram would have cut us off.
Right.
Because I was about to say, man, how come you didn't play that one hit? Like, come along, get right on the.
Oh, yeah, I could play that too, but I was like, the Keenan and Kel thing. I was like, the Keenan and Kel thing is so old that Instagram probably wouldn't hit us for that one.
They would have kicked us off. So no,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think he would have been able to play like
maybe a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, just as long as it has no lyrics. But I mean, with social media, you never know if the whole like copyright infringement shit. So.
Yes, exactly. Hey, Charmaine. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started, everybody, with the first topic of discussion tonight, which they call him the incel god. He doesn't refer to himself as that, but some people that don't agree with Jordan Peterson's ideologies on traditional kind of lifestyle living, traditional gender roles, have put him in that type of a category. So Michael actually presented to me the topic in the conversation. So Michael, if you want, you can kind of take the lead on this one, and then we will dive in on our rebuttals and our opinions and thoughts.
Yeah, just to give you like a quick little insight on Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson, he is a Canadian media personality. He's a clinical psychologist. He's an author. He's a professor at the University of Toronto. He began to receive widespread attention as a public intellectual in the late 2010s for his view on cultural and political issues, often described as conservative. So, me personally, like always, like leaning more right. I'm leaning more left than right. Like when it comes to like people who are conservative, like a lot of people on the left, instead of like looking in and trying to find out like who this person is, what they're about, looking up their ideologies and whatnot, they kind of like don't do any research whatsoever, and they come to their own conclusion about this person and just say like, he's a bigot, he's a racist, he's homophobic, he's a male chauvinist, and like all this shit, which is like not true whatsoever. King of incels. I thought you said something. Oh,
no, go ahead. I'm looking up something.
Okay, so I brought up this interview that Piers Morgan had with Jordan Peterson because actor and director Olivia Wilde came out with this movie about 2 weeks ago called
Don't Worry,
Darling.
Yeah, Don't Worry, Darling. Who's in it? Olivia Wilde is in it, Chris Pine, Florence Pugh,
Harry Styles.
And Harry Styles, even though he's not really an actor. But I can't lie though, like a couple of songs that he came out with, had my head bopping as it was.
Right. Yeah, Harry Styles was all right, but the movie actually looked kind of good. I watched the trailer.
good.
It looks good. I kind of want to check it out, and it's a thriller.
Yeah, so
Our research on this story. It looks visually stunning.
yeah, so let's see. So the movie's been out for about 2 weeks. Let's see, on IDB it has like 6.3 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 38%, and Metacritic gave it a 48%. So those are not good numbers. Give you like a quick little breakdown on the movie. Let's see here. What's that? In the 1950s, Allison Jack, played by Harry Styles and Florence Pugh, live in an idolized community of Victory, an experimental company town that houses the men who work on a top secret project. While the husbands toil away, the wives get the wives get to enjoy the beauty and luxury of their seemingly perfect paradise. However, when things start to crack, hold up, when Jesus Christ, when things start to crack, I'm
This is
sorry,
the
I'm having
life
trouble
of an
reading the shit.
actor who's going through a cold read, everyone.
Yeah, Ken, shut the fuck up. So when things start to crack in their society, exposing flashes of something sinister lurking below the surface, Alice can't help but question exactly what she's doing in Victory. Victory being, that's the name of the town.
The town.
So Chris Pine, I forgot what character he plays in the film, but he's pretty much the antagonist of the movie. And Olivia Wilde, who I guess she's like a feminist or whatever, like a hard-leaning left feminist, she based the character of Chris Pine off of Jordan Peterson, which I'm a little confused because, like, I'm surprised Jordan Peterson hasn't sued her for defamation of character. Going off of how like this character is depicted in the film, but courtesy
I don't think
of
you can. I think it'd be. I
Yeah.
think it would be if she was to refer to him as like this character is Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, he actually, on that Piers Morgan interview, he actually said that he would go see the movie himself. And
no,
he
yeah,
actually,
actually, like I have a clip that I want to show you guys,
okay.
courtesy of Night Talk. Kind of like he's showing the interview, going over the interview of how like people are like just depicting Jordan Peterson, calling him, all types of shit, even though they really don't know anything about him because they won't look him up just because he's a white conservative. And I want y'all to take a look at this interview so I can get your opinions on stuff. So I'm just going to set this up right here. Bam.
I want to ask you just quickly. The film director Olivia Wilde has a new movie out, which she says is based on you, this insane man, this pseudo-intellectual hero to the incel community. Incel being these weirdo loner men who are despicable in many ways. Is that you? Are you the intellectual hero to these people?
Sure, why not? People have been after me for a long time because I've been speaking to disaffected young men. What a terrible thing to do that is. Thought the marginalized were supposed to have a voice.
Making emotional. Talk about that.
Well, God, it's very difficult to understand how demoralized people are.
That's the truth.
Men are in that category. And you get these casual insults, these incels. What does it mean? It's like, well, these men, they don't know how to make themselves attractive to women who are very picky, and good for them. Women, like, be picky. That's your gift, man. Demand high standards from your men. Fair enough. But all these men who are alienated, it's like they're lonesome and they don't know what to do, and everyone piles abuse on them.
When she said that, Olivia,
courtesy of Night Talk.
It's one of the reasons why this man is the GOAT, dog. Like, I'm not trying to gas him. You know what I mean? I'm trying to put myself in his shoes, and to hear someone say that about me, you know, my first instinct is to like get angry. Like, what the fuck you mean, bitch? You know what I'm saying? But for those that are being criticized, you know what I'm saying? And I want to know what Peterson's talking about, man, because he's the one who threw this label on what an incel is, and all an incel is someone who's involuntarily celibate, someone who does not have access to women, someone that women do not find attractive. Like, to put this weirdo label on it and despicable label on it, like, part of the problem when motherfuckers like Pierce put labels on this shit. So I would like to know, is his description of what an incel is coming from what Pierce believes incel to be? So he said that on his fucking show, or is this what Olivia Wilde is? Like, I wanna look into that movie. But either way, like, his first instinct, Jordan Peterson's first instinct, was to be compassionate for the fools who are being made fun of because of some shit they have no control over. Right? He's used to motherfuckers having a target on his back with the trans community, putting words in his mouth. I can imagine how that is. Like, you out here trying to do good, and on the main stage like he is, which is a big reason why he's so successful. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's put on this humongous platform, standing for something, and you know, took the fucking fire and shit, which you know, turned into him being this fucking giant intellectual, right? He's a celebrity intellectual at this point, but standing on his fucking 10 and believing what the fuck he's believing in, and, you know, withstanding motherfuckers turning his stance into something evil, trying to demonize what the fuck it is he's trying to say. You know, the trans shit. He's just talking about the government's not gonna compel me to say anything that I don't want to fucking say.
Right, he didn't say that.
None of that. But those are words that the fucking world put in his mouth, demonized him because he wasn't playing ball. And then now he's being a fucking voice for those who are not lucky in certain areas. You know what I'm saying? And he holds them accountable. He's like, bro, like,
hold on, King Shaddy. We're gonna explain it again. You might have missed the introduction. We're talking about Jordan Peterson. If you want, you can look him up real quick to kind of see who he is. He's like a motivational speaker, and he's a traditionalist and conservative, and he just believes in traditional ideologies.
To get them to work on themselves, man.
Or to generalize it.
Holds them accountable, you know what I mean? And then motivates motherfuckers to do better, right?
Right. And he's a motivational speaker, right?
That has never had a voice before, and for this, and then like I said, I don't want to put no words in Olivia Wilde's mouth yet. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what this fucking movie's talking about, and you know, I want to know if that is what Pierce believes the incel is, or he's trying to put words in Olivia Wilde's mouth. But either way, man, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. And if this is something, if this was Olivia Wilde's intention to like demonize Jordan Peterson for the good he's doing, and fuck her too. And you know, Olivia Wilde being who she is in Hollywood, known as a sex symbol and shit, I bet she got a lot of motherfucking incels that are fans of hers. You know, not so much anymore. Right? If you kind of talk down on incels and then talk down on JP the way you're talking down on them, not knowing at all what the fuck you're talking about. You know what I mean? But that's just where we are right now with this, with the world, man. This is why we need motherfuckers like JP. You know what I mean? I'm like, bruh, his first instinct was to feel compassion for those that are struggling with this, man. You know what I mean? And I can relate on like a much smaller scale, but being on this fucking platform and speaking on things I speak about, I hear stories from those who may be considered incels, who are just trying their best at life and just can't fucking get right, and it's entirely out of their fucking control. And you have no choice other but to empathize with motherfuckers like this, and you just shitting on them, like it's like kicking a dog when he's down. You know what I'm saying? So whatever JP's experienced from hearing stories from those like this is magnified exponentially, man. So I'd imagine that's just what he felt right there. It's like, bro, I'm out here doing good for these motherfuckers. And, you know, JP's known to get emotional every now and again because he loves what he does. He loves, not even he loves what he does, like he's empathetic, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he be getting beat down by motherfucking stories and shit. And knowing what motherfuckers going through, knowing motherfucking struggles is, you got a bitch out here trying to make a movie demonizing what the fuck he's doing for the world. You know what I mean? I talked way too much.
When she said that, Olivia Wilde, it stung you, didn't it? That's all.
Oh, by that time, you know, as far as critiques go, that was kind of low level. I mean, once I got painted as Red Skull, you know, magical super Nazi, that was kind of the end of the insults. There's no place past that. So when Olivia Wilde made those comments, the first thing I did was go look at the preview for a movie, which I quite liked. I thought I would go see that movie probably, and perhaps I will. It didn't really bother me. My family and I talked about it right away, and we were able to respond to it with some degree of humor, which then people completely misunderstood. I said I hope that, you know, that if I had to be played by someone, it's Chris Wilde, he's a very good-looking man, and so that seems all right, you know. And then I said something like, I hope he gets my fashion style choice right when he plays me, and it was a joke. All that was a joke.
I mean, you've been so controlled today, and yet in that brief moment, you got very emotional. Why?
It's really something to see. Constantly. How many people are dying for lack of an encouraging word?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, bro. That shit, you know that shit be beating him down, dog. He beating him down. He doing his best to fucking fix it, bro. Doing it, not just be a voice, dog. Just be something to rely on, something to lean on, because the world is hard, dog. That's what the fuck that is. It beats him down, and to hear motherfuckers making movies trying to tear him down for what the fuck he's doing, and then just shitting on motherfuckers' experiences. That's what the fuck that is, bro. You know what I mean? Despite all that, motherfucker, you say that shit, and I'm getting pissed. I'm whooping ass, bro. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that. Fuck that. Shitting on motherfuckers. Ain't nobody doing nothing to y'all. Incels ain't doing nothing to y'all. It's involuntary. They're not doing what they're going through is involuntary. And then you gonna shit on, so you shitting on motherfuckers for something they can't help.
How easy it is to provide that.
I just want to know why Olivia Wilde chose to use him as a reference for one of her characters when I don't think that anything that Jordan Peterson is promoting or speaking about has any type of negative connotation whatsoever, but that's just my opinion.
I'll finish this up real fast, the video.
You're a net force for good if you want to.
Absolutely.
Net, yes. You know, details, probably not. You know, no one's perfect. So people make their mistakes as they stumble uphill.
Yes. Oh, I loved when he said that. People make their mistakes as they stumble uphill. Quote of the day.
No, that's enough of that. And like, I actually want to read you guys this other definition of incel that I came across. I'm like, wow. It's like, well, yeah. If you read that shit, like, people might think differently of you. So, incels. I guess this is updated in July 22nd, 2020. Incels are heterosexual men who blame women and society for their lack of romantic success. A subset of the online misogynist manosphere. So when you have definitions
that
like
must
that,
have been somebody else's like their own definition of what they think an incel is, but that's
where
not.
is that definition?
Yeah.
what's
That's
that?
not
It's, some website. ADL.org. I don't know what those stand for. I don't know. Yeah, the website's called ADL. So I don't know if it's like a website for like strong leaning like liberals or like some feminist website. I just looked it up. And I'm like, okay, well, like, I mean, if I saw this definition of what an incel is, like, I wouldn't be too keen on like, you know, I see why, people who are like, listed as incels, are not amongst the popular kids and shit. But but no, yeah, man. I think like Homeboy was just saying, like I think it's just fucked up how like, when someone has a certain belief, whether you disagree with it or not, and like that person is actually doing something about it, he's going out to universities, he's having debate, Jordan Peterson is really, he's known for his debates. I mean, like he doesn't just talk about like, men. He talks about men, women, genders. He talks about fucking everything. I mean, this is a very smart intellectual man.
He's a
So
motivational speaker, first
yeah,
and
I mean, if
foremost. So
anything, all he
everything that
does.
he talks about is like encouraging for both genders. But a lot of his ideologies are very traditional. And in the world that we're coming up in, a lot of people are against traditional ideologies.
Well, what do you mean by a lot of his ideologies are traditional?
Traditional, just traditional, regular gender
Yeah, I
roles.
wouldn't
What
say.
he's
Women do what women things, men do what they are supposed to do in their purpose and role. It's not negative. It's just he preaches more. He talks more about people being in a traditional setting.
Well, I asked like, what do you mean by traditional? Because like that's like, it's a stretch on like what you mean by that, as far as like traditional, like women are not supposed to work and like be in the kitchen. Like,
No, just
okay, so
traditional.
that's why.
Yeah, his own ideologies of traditional, and he does believe that men and women should act in their gender roles as they're purposely given. That's something that he stated that he believed in. So
Well, yeah, I mean that's all I really had to like, say about that. And yeah, I guess I just wanted your guys' take on it.
yeah, I mean, I agree with some of the things that he says. You have to go and watch some of his motivational speaking and some of his debates that he has. He even has debates on, he even has conversations on how to have a successful marriage. A lot of his things are very, like I said, traditional. But in this day and age, everything is very modernized and very free and very open minded. So a lot of people don't adhere to a lot of traditional things.
Yeah,
So, and then a lot of his motivational speaking is encouraging certain, like even with the younger males and things, just certain things that they should probably focus on just within themselves to give themselves more confidence, to be able to attract women when maybe these group of men are not used to always being having a certainty with women or attracting women. But most of the stuff that I saw with him was positive encouragement.
no, yeah, and even when he has like debates when it comes to like racial issues. It's like, there's times where it's kind of like, I'm a little uncomfortable with this, but he makes solid fucking points that it's hard to argue against him about it. I mean, yeah, listen, like his debates are like all online and you can like do for yourselves and like judge for yourself, like I would say, I mean, I think that like goes for anybody. Like don't just go off of someone's character and like demonize someone just because someone like has a certain opinion on someone, just because they don't like their like political affiliation or like certain ideologies, or like you hear one comment that he made about like man or about like a woman and just be like, oh well, fuck that, this guy is trash. It's like, but you don't even know anything about him, it's like read more into it. But I mean, that's what's wrong with society today. They hear one thing and they just tune out. It's like, people are easily turned off.
I just don't understand why Olivia Wilde is trying to. It doesn't make sense to me
No,
why
I
she's
like
trying to depict him as someone who is expressing negativity behind his own ideologies that he wholeheartedly believes in and is entitled to believe in and is entitled to stand firm on. I don't understand why she came with that negative energy.
Well, I think
like I
it's
said,
because of a comment that he made recently. It was something that had because I looked up and I tried to study as much as I could on
Right.
him, and he said a lot of things that some things that I understand where he's coming from, and other things I just don't necessarily agree with.
Okay.
In terms of recently, so okay, I'll just start with like a couple of things that he said that I wasn't on the bandwagon with. And
Mm-hmm.
he's argued that disciplines like women's studies should be defunded, advising freshman students to avoid subjects such as sociology, anthropology, English lit, ethnic studies, and racial studies, and other studies that he believes are corrupted by postmodern neo-Marxism. Postmodern neo-Marxism is kind of like um, thinking outside of the box, right? So so thinking that there is something that's going on behind the scenes that we don't necessarily see, right?
Okay.
And so he believes that sometimes if you should, if it's presented to you a particular way, you should believe it that way, right?
Okay.
And so when he's talking about like English lit or ethnic studies or racial studies, he believes that to be indoctrination of like
Mm-hmm.
minds, meaning that at times people are being swayed a different way as to how it's being presented. He sometimes dismisses oppression and calls people like ungrateful for the world that they live in. Um, and recently, I think one of the situations that happened was there was a gentleman who was considered an incel, and he drove and killed 10 people.
Wow.
And I'm trying to find specifically what he said. He said, okay, so Peterson said he was angry at God because women were rejecting him.
Interesting.
The cure for that is enforced monogamy. That's actually
That's
why
what.
monogamy emerges. And
Right.
he says, I feel your pain, men. We should address that. So to me, at times, it seems as though if someone is acting out if someone is acting to the extent of killing someone because they're an incel, it seemed as though that he was kind of putting the blame on society for that happening, as
Okay.
opposed to putting the blame on the person who
Person.
murdered those people.
Wow.
He says violent attacks are what happens when men do not have partners.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
I understand to a certain degree, just because
Oh yeah, I want to say something.
abusive relationships and situations, not much goes on within like being denied something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we take
Rejection.
it back to like the topic of incels, right? So like being an involuntary celibate. I think a lot of the time we tend to make excuses for them when everything shouldn't necessarily be about them getting sex. It's more so about, I feel like they put too much value on sex, you know what I mean? And I understand, like, everybody, it makes be a little easier for someone to say that, considering, like, someone may be able to get sex, right? Like, I can't say that I'm an incel, because I feel like I was at one point.
Right, but
it was hard for me, but I felt like I just needed to be able to work on myself,
right,
not project that outwards on other people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm curious where you got that from, because like that's pretty much like the teachings. That's the things that he says as far as, like, you know, working on yourself in order for you to get the things that you want. Like, where exactly did you see this? Where's it? Yeah, where'd you get the video of him saying that? Like, or you thinking that he was trying to say that? He didn't exactly say these words, but like, society should be to blame for like an incel's behavior.
So he said that.
Oh shit! Are you guys there? You guys are breaking up. God damn it!
No, we're here.
Sorry.
Oh, okay, I just have that circle thing. I don't know what's happening.
I see you.
He did a interview with New York Times with Nellie Bowles, and Nellie Bowles pretty much put it on the front street, kind of what he said.
I want to say something really quick. The part where he mentions that, like, he always says that men are not supposed to be alone, and that sometimes this can be the reasons why they have aggressive behavior, because they're lonely, they're alone, or they're not getting sex. Isn't that kind of like I'm not going to say that it's an excuse to be violent, but isn't there something about a male having too much testosterone or not getting his release from ejaculating that tends to make him more aggressive? Isn't that true?
No, yeah, I actually heard about that.
Oh, hell, King Daddy, you dropped that bomb on me once before, that if a man is not getting his release and he's being backed up, sometimes can tend to make a male more aggressive.
I feel like
he said yes in the chat.
I feel like I've said that before, but I feel like that doesn't happen across the board. I feel like it doesn't happen with everyone. I think there are a lot of people who are comfortable with being celibate, who are voluntarily celibate.
It's a choice.
Get aggressive, you know what I mean?
I think if it's a choice to be involuntarily celibate,
yeah,
not if you're just being denied and rejected.
Yeah, but I mean, so that goes back to like the mental health portion of it all, right? So then are we accepting the fact that, I mean, are we considering that mental health? And then is that an excuse for the actions that come out of that, right?
Well, I feel like well, maybe with some men, they don't know how to have that self-control, maybe. Or maybe there's something that triggers them to get to that aggressive state.
Okay, so let's not blanket that statement, because I feel like there are certain people who can, right? So like, I feel like it's hard to navigate that, I guess, just because it's hard to put that into terms of how many or percentage, because we don't necessarily have the statistic for that. Not everyone would offer up that type of information. So it's kind of like me personally, I went years without sex.
Oh, good for you, Kim.
I didn't necessarily, and it was involuntary. It was a situation where it's you want to be in a relationship. Like, I wanted to be in a relationship, and I wasn't willing to have sex until I was.
Right. That's
Just
good. That's
because,
really good commitment.
well, it's just because in terms of like the gay community or the LGBTQ community, it's like it's hard, kind of, just because you. I don't want. I
You
don't
told me
want
to
to
stop
have.
clapping. I'm not laughing at you.
I don't want to necessarily have casual sex, just because there are a lot of risks that go into that, and I feel like
Right.
when it comes to straight sex, just as well. So
You are right, Kenyatta. Listen to what he said, y'all.
I mean, it's risks across the board. So like, I wanted to be able to find someone that I could be able to have those experiences with, but couldn't necessarily, or it was hard for me to be able to find that or acquire that. But it didn't necessarily make me feel like, oh, I'm about to get in this car and mow down 10 people. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's like, I
No,
started to
I feel you. I feel you on that. I feel you on that.
focus inward, and I say, you know, well, maybe I need to get some things in order, or maybe I need to start working on me, or maybe I need to stop. They always say, like, stop focusing on it, right? Stop looking for it, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And after having my heart broken, like, time and time and time after again, it was very much like, okay, well, I need to start. I'm getting up in age, and I need
Right.
to start focusing on me, and then hopefully when I get to a point of being comfortable with myself, or like a little bit more in terms mentally successful, I guess you could say, then I started to like that type of energy started to exude from me, and then people wanted to be around that.
Around you. Yeah, that's very true. That's true. It's like certain reflections and certain things that when you start focusing on yourself, people kind of see from the outside.
Exactly. You start
And it exuberate.
you start to,
Yeah.
that energy starts to go out, and people want to be able to be a part of that. I started to go out with friends and started to feel as though like I'm about to show what a good time I am. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Exactly.
and just have fun with my friends and be more comfortable with myself, and then people started to gravitate towards that. So I
Energy is real. For real.
don't necessarily, because he kind of pushed forth that ideology. He said that enforced monogamy would probably help with terms of incel, and
I just want to chime in on that real quick. Enforced monogamy. Does he mean? I wanted. Okay.
I know exactly where you're going. He doesn't mean by
Force.
Law enforced.
Right. That's what I wanted to clear up. That's not what he meant.
And that's where I was getting to. He doesn't mean government enforced monogamy. He means socially promoted and culturally inculcated monogamy, which means which in terms means kind of indoctrination.
Right. Exactly. No, that's exactly what it is.
I mean, that's what it means, kind of. He wants society to be on board with sticking to one person, because he believes that there are a lot of men out there having multiple sex partners and then taking the choices away from those incels. He feels he feels as though that that there would be some women out there who would involuntarily have to deal with some incels.
Right. Oh, he's a very, I mean, I like the way I like some of the things that when it comes to that part of what he believes in, I agree with that. And I think that would bring a lot more value back into marriage and relationships. People now, there's no value in it anymore.
Yeah, I think I agree with him on some things. I agree
Some
with him
things,
on
yeah.
some things, and I get sometimes the intention is there. It's just there are a lot of things that cloud his way of thinking. Like, you know, sometimes they're like someone has a lot of thoughts going on, and ever so often there's like these nuggets that pop out
Pop out, yeah.
that
Them
make
gems.
sense, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean that they're 100% great, right?
Right.
And
Right.
I think that that's where it's starting to be a little bit more. It's kind of like a Rorschach test, right? So like how you see it and what you take from the picture is everybody looks at it differently, right?
Right.
So he's saying a lot of different things that either pinpoint it or they don't, and it's not not clear a lot of the time.
Right.
But there are certain things that come off really, really clear. So it's
Right.
hard. He's hard to peg, really.
Yeah,
I
he just
don't
has
want
a
to
lot of.
knock him out just because I've like from the moment that you actually sent me the topics, which was today, I
Yeah.
kind of like tried to study up on him as much as I could, and there were
Yeah.
moments that he was saying certain things that I just did not agree with, but then there were other moments that I did agree with. So I can't say fully his intentions, but I think sometimes he's got it wrong and sometimes he's got it right.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's just human beings, period. I think
I think
whenever
so.
we're giving, yeah, whenever we're giving our own perspectives, our own opinions, our own ideologies, our own theories, there might be hit or misses here and there, but then there might be some things that people can actually take a grab and hold on to and actually, get an earful of some insight there. So I do like some of the things that he talks about when he talks about monogamy and
And one more
human
thing.
beings not meaning to be alone.
And one more thing, I completely agree with the guy who, and not fully, but like the guy who was doing the commentary that Michael.
Oh yeah, Night Talk. I forget his
So,
name.
yeah, whatever his name was, he was talking about how Piers Morgan was depicting incels, which forced a reaction out of Jordan. He said something to the effect of not necessarily calling what incels were, but he was saying like these loner weirdos.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he was saying negative connotations, these loner weirdos
and that's why I don't fuck with Piers Morgan. It's
he just be doing, he's a little extra sometimes.
it's one thing, okay, you being a journalist or you being an interviewer, sometimes the bias shouldn't slip in, you know what I mean? And in that particular respect, the bias slip in. It seemed very judgy as to what an incel actually is.
Right.
So it struck a reaction from Jordan, obviously, because he started to navigate what Piers Morgan just said, and a lot of people view them as that.
Right.
And I think he was trying to show a little bit more compassion towards everybody, I think, in that respect. And I can understand his frustration. I wonder at times if it was coming from a genuine place. But yeah, that was so fucked up of Piers Morgan.
It was. It was like he was trying to start some shit.
He was trying to start some shit, which he usually does.
I mean, he is an interview. It's kind of his job, to create
to kind of
type
play
of like, something into it, I mean, whether someone likes it or not, like that's his job,
Yeah, we were just pointing that out, that he was definitely trying to go there with it.
I mean, I definitely there's been plenty of interviews where Piers Morgan's like, all right, I mean, well, not just him, like there's people who like have that job title, like they sometimes start off or like
like with the Breakfast Club today, what they did to Tory Lanez.
Like that wasn't necessary.
Right.
I think he was poking. I think Piers Morgan is very slick, right? So like,
hey guys, we do got to move. It's almost 10:30 your
Yeah, we
time.
do.
Like,
We gotta move on.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We just watched this
no,
2
I'm
minute
sorry,
video.
Ken. I didn't mean to
Yeah.
cut you off, but it's like, yo, we've been on this one for like a hot minute.
Go
Like,
ahead. You
my
can say
bad for
your
like.
no. Go ahead. You can say your last little
Yeah, go ahead,
last
Ken. I'm
statement,
sorry.
Ken.
No, I think Piers Morgan does do that as for a rise out of people. He did it. Sometimes he does it as it's perceived like he's a supporter for this person that he's interviewing, but there's sometimes he slips those things in, and then
Those little jabs.
they end up being an enemy of the state, which is the same situation that happened with Macy Gray.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He threw that in there. He threw that little
question in there, and she was enemy number one. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like he does that, but
he did his job. But yeah, so we gotta move forward.
All right. Well, I was gonna say like, how did he do that with Macy Gray? But
because he basically just opened
line of questioning.
It was the way he questioned it. That's all. To get her to say.
I know. I saw the interview though. I didn't think he did that at all. Like, I just thought he just asked like.
I think that
simple
question
questions like with nothing.
Yeah, because he asked her that question kind of like on a random, and then he was like, "You said that." He was like, "You said that you don't agree with that or something."
Yeah, but like she's the one that made the post or the tweet or whatever. So it's like, why? Like, it's not like she was coming out with a damn album. It's kind of like, yo, let's get down to business. This is why we're really here. So
yeah, I mean, but. But we're just saying, like, sometimes when somebody is trying to open up that targeting conversation, they use there's like a route they go about to kind of open it up to make the person that they're interviewing comfortable with going ahead and talking about that subject. But we do got to move on because we've been on this one for like a good half hour. So moving forward on our entertainment topic, Dahmer, the Netflix TV show, had social media talking up a storm about this controversial serial killer's horrific murders. If you guys do not know about Jeffrey Dahmer, you can research it. You can go on Google. You can go on YouTube. He's all over the internet. He was a notorious serial killer back in the 70s. He did horrendous things to his victims after he murdered them, from first drugging them, decapitating their parts, even eating some of the victims' flesh and things of that nature. The series premiered on Netflix, which they did it like a TV show, not like a documentary series. I did not get the boy's name that played Jeffrey Dahmer, but he's also an actor on American Horror Story.
Evan Peters.
Evan Peters, yes. I have to say, he did embody the character pretty well. He's pretty good at playing these types of roles. If you ever seen him on American Horror Story,
this motherfucker better get an Emmy for this shit, because like,
yeah, I almost thinking he Jeffrey Dahmer, but he really, he gonna get something for. He really did a great job. Shout out to Evan Peters. Shout out to Niecy Nash as well. She was excellent.
Yeah, she does a great job
well.
too, yeah.
Her emotions. Oh my God. I just loved it. The acting perspective of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, her reactions, especially like when she's questioning the cops about, like, you know, as far as like, yo, like, you let this guy go, like, did you interrogate him?
Her passion.
Did you even see her, like, yeah, like the her acting, or like how she's portraying her character? I felt like any one of us, if we were in that situation, like, we would react the exact same fucking way.
Oh, of course. Somebody right.
So like, it felt like it was so real. So
yeah, it did.
It's not the only time that she's done something like this. She is an Emmy award-winning actress for When They See Us.
That was good.
And that just as well. So
that was an excellent. That movie had me. Oh God, that was jerking at my emotions, because all I kept thinking about was my own son.
Just as well.
But the movie Dahmer, it really it goes into so many different segments. They even go as far back as to Dahmer's childhood. what it was like for him growing up in his environment, his relationship with his father, his distorted and abandonment relationship that he had with his mother. Just the whole, I just really, do you guys think, I felt like there were so many different messages in this show. If anyone hasn't seen it and you want to check it out, it is on Netflix. Just the injustices that were kind of, I felt like the fact that the police were so passive. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but the one scene where the police actually went into his apartment after the first victim got away and they didn't really like look around for real.
The 14-year-old.
The 14-year-old boy.
Yeah.
They didn't really.
Definitely giving shit
Yeah,
away.
they didn't really look around. They didn't really look under. They didn't like. They were so passive about it. And like, you know, oh, if you guys like, remember when they even made a reference about if they were doing drugs or something like that? They were just kind of like passive about everything. Yeah. Now, you know, if that would have been a person of any other race, it would not have gone down that way.
Yeah.
Well, like it was a mixture. I think it was a mixture of things. It's like, you know, obviously, like, yeah, they weren't too like hostile with them because he was white, and also like they came off as like a gay couple, or they were a gay couple, because you saw like what was the first thing that the cop said before he went inside.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Before he went inside the apartment, he was all like, "Do you have anything in here?" He's like, "What? Because I'm gay or something," and like you saw like the cop's face. It's kind of like, all right, well, he's homophobic.
He used that. There were a lot. Someone in the King Shady said, "I don't see too many messages." I felt like there were a lot of messages. Like first of all, with Jeffrey Dahmer, I did not know that he only did it to black and brown majority black and brown males, and gay and homosexual males.
Yeah,
and
14 of his victims were black.
Yeah, and I also did not know that he I also didn't know that the police were so passive about it for a whole fucking year. Year.
I mean, well, that doesn't surprise me. It's like police are like that now, so it's like, I mean, they've always.
But the reason why it surprised me is because people were calling the police. Niecy Nash's character was consistently calling, which to me was still strange, because if someone's consistently calling and reporting an issue and you're not really going to investigate, that was just weird to me. The fact that there was another black male that went to the police and told what happened to him. They were passive about that because they said they didn't have enough evidence. When the one guy, Tracy, got away, went to the police and they brought him back to the apartment.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of times back then in the 90s where
70s. That was the 70s, wasn't it?
In the 70s.
Well, there was yeah.
It was like late 80s, 90s. Okay, it was right.
So from the 70s to the 90s, a lot of people didn't necessarily want to touch topics of homosexuality.
Right.
It was during a time also when AIDS was starting to be on the influx.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people were starting to believe that this is what homosexuals deserve to a certain degree. Not to the effect of like them being killed because they had no idea. Right. But they didn't feel the need to go above and beyond to try and help
them. Oh, I never even thought about it like that.
At the time when it came to law enforcement, they were very much like, "Oh, this is just what they do. I don't know this situation, and
I don't get it. I don't understand it, so I'm going to remove myself from it." Right. I never thought about it like that.
And so, in terms, Jeffrey used that to his advantage when he would say certain things. That's like,
kind of smart.
Gay stuff in here. You want to come and see it?
And they're like, "Nah, we good.
Y'all have a good night." You know what I mean?
Damn.
So it was very much, he used that to his advantage, which is why he was able to get away with it for so long.
For so long. Oh my God. I never put that together, Ken.
Yeah. Back then, nobody wanted to touch anything like
related to homosexuality. Yeah, you're right. You are right.
The right.
You know what?
On top of that, you were black too. So it's like,
yeah, on top of that being black, you're right. You're right. You're right.
He was able to do it. That's where the themes and the messages started to come into it.
Right. And you know what? I just thought, do you think that was, oh man, it's kind of had me thinking he's on some intellectual shit, because do you think that was something that he just used to target for his killings because he knew he could get away with it? Do you really think he was gay?
No, I think he was gay. I think it was repressed. I think it was, we just got finished talking about incels, right?
Right.
We just got finished talking about someone who couldn't necessarily get it, but then I take that back, because he lured them in constantly
at the clubs.
You know what I mean? He had pull to a certain
right. You so did. You did have some damn pull.
I mean, with the exception of that, I mean, he drugged multiple people.
I mean, he was in the military, so he knew how to concoct certain chemicals and things of that nature.
Yes. So when you're talking about like, it was almost predatory in terms of how he used to do things, just because, like we saw with this first victim of that 14-year-old who was standing outside of the liquor store and being like, to pounce on that.
Let's not give too much away.
Oh yeah, we won't say too much. We won't.
Sorry.
Sorry, we don't want to spoil it for y'all, but y'all gotta watch it.
First of all,
I know.
What are we giving away?
I know.
I don't know. First of all, maybe no one has seen it yet, and like, oh shit, thanks for letting me know he killed a 14-year-old.
Well,
you don't know how someone could have took that or not.
This is yet another depiction of. This is probably the third or fourth depiction of the Dahmer story.
A lot of people know about it. They just haven't.
But a lot of people like myself haven't seen it. I've never even heard of this dude, so this is my first time seeing this shit. So I'm saying,
she said, guys, really. Tina said, guys, really, it is concluded.
It's concluded. Yeah, it's just one of those stories that you.
He is dead, and we know all about it.
Not everyone knows about him, though.
It's not like a spoilery story.
Yeah, the only thing that we would be spoiling is the fact that how they depicted it in the series on the show.
Right. How they depicted it. Right.
But the generalities of everybody, that generality knew, I guess, his killings and murders. I didn't know specifics. Like, I didn't know it was just homosexual. I didn't.
I knew from a young age.
People do now.
It's all right.
From a young age, there's a film that was called Dahmer with Jeremy Renner played him, and it didn't depict it to this much detail,
right?
But it was very eye-opening.
Oh, ID channel. Yeah.
It was very eye-opening to be able to see this psyche and this mind.
That's what I was interested in, because everybody was like, at first when I was seeing a post, everyone's like, don't watch it, it's creepy, it's disturbing. That made me want to go watch it more. So I would watch it, and I was like, I'm more into the psychological part of it as well. That's how I was analyzing the series and just trying to understand.
I look at it as a tale of warning. We have a lot of
people
who are
me too.
still using these apps to be able to visit people within their homes.
Yes.
And not knowing who these people are. And it happens still to this day. So it's still like a tale of warning, because anybody could be the wrong person. You have
I think that's a good way to put it too. If you do watch this, it'll make you be more aware too. Like, don't go places with people you meet at the clubs and the bars and things like that. Don't be getting on apps and linking up with random dudes or random chicks, because sometimes chicks be setting dudes up to get robbed and killed and all that.
Yes.
So don't. I know everybody's looking for love, but this day and age, people are taking advantage. But the thing is, people are taking advantage of people that are looking for love and desperation and want to be with somebody so bad, and they will take advantage of you. And there's people out here that are ill-willed and will do some harm to you, and all you're looking for is love.
There are a lot of
but like, you don't need to watch a Netflix show to know that.
Right.
There are a lot of wayward and lost people within this world, and a lot of people are being taken advantage of. There are people out there who don't have family to check up on them.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people are taking advantage of those situations. You have to be very, very careful of who you trust, because your head could end up in their fridge.
Right, for real. And that could be either what do you call it? That could be a real deal situation, like actually happen, or it could be something emotionally that can break you down.
Right.
So just be careful, you know, what type of people, what type of entities, you don't know. You just don't know. You just really don't know. So you just got to really pay attention.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things that go on, and I don't want to give away too much, because I haven't even seen all of it, but I know the story very well, being a part of the LGBTQ community, and I found it very, very hard and triggering to watch, considering that I'm a gay black male myself.
Right, I can imagine.
It was very tough to get through, to watch and place your feet in these gentlemen's shoes, and to know that could have been anyone. That could have been me. Remember, I told you, like, I had a situation where a guy was yelling at me, and I was 20 years old, living in California, and the only way to get home was by him. You know what I mean?
Right,
so, like, there are a lot of people who lure people.
Yes.
It's
yes, and there are some people that are like pros. They can pick you out of a crowd, and they will intentionally, like he said, they're lurking for your type.
Yeah.
And I wonder why he never targeted. Well, he did try. I think he did try to. Yeah, but I wonder why he never had any female victims.
He wasn't checking for ladies.
Yeah, he was gay.
He was gay.
Okay. Yeah. But I mean, I get it.
Like for me, right? Like,
but why murder what you like? I don't understand.
If you are,
he doesn't really.
If you are obsessed with the male anatomy as opposed to the female anatomy, right? He's not going to, like, he was like dissecting and cutting up men's parts and bodies and things of that nature. He wasn't trying to do that to a woman because he's not
interested. It was no fascination,
woman, right? So,
gotcha.
For me, like how we talked about it. Like, I don't like breasts, and you know, like I don't.
You don't like breasts?
No.
Really? You don't find them pretty?
No.
Christina's gay. What the fuck?
No. Hold on, wait. I know some. Hold on, wait. Hold on. I know some. There's some gay guys that find the female body very attractive.
Who love breasts?
Right.
Right.
That's not all of them. Now there's some of them that want to play with them and everything. Now don't get it twisted.
They want to motorboat. They want to make out. They want to.
I know somebody that was like obsessed with like female vaginas, and he was gay. He just thought that the vagina was pretty, but he didn't want it. He wanted to fuck it.
Can I play with the vagina? Oh, don't worry, girl. I'm gay. Don't even worry about it. I'm not interested in the female body. Don't worry, I like this though. I'm so gay. The fuck?
Can you pull your pants? I just want to see it. But I'm gay, girl. I'm so gay. I just want to.
That's dope because I know some gay
Can't go
dudes.
be gay tonight. Come here, no, I'm joking.
I know some gay dudes who would turn out a vagina
They
better than a straight man would.
They will. I done heard
I
some.
know some. I know some.
Nova Kane said he can't smell fish.
No.
Where is Nova? Shout out to our boy Nova. I miss you, Nova. You're not on in the chat tonight.
Right. I think.
But yeah, just a little laughs there. But yeah, if you guys do want to check out the Dahmer Netflix series, we don't want to talk too much about it because we don't want to give too much away for people that have not seen it. I would say watch it if you're open-minded.
If you're easily triggered,
then don't.
You've had past trauma, I would say go into the situation with very carefully, or it just may not be for you. The very first episode for me was very difficult to get through and jarring, and I'm still midway through the third episode just because I find it a little bit difficult to get back into, but I'm very intrigued. So it's just how Ryan Murphy tends to stylize everything, and it's very visually done, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Ryan Murphy is the creator of certain shows like Scream Queens and Glee and
okay.
The People versus OJ, and
that was good. That was a good series as well. If you guys haven't seen that, I don't know if it's still on Netflix.
American Horror Story, like.
No wonder why he casted Oh Boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
They work closely for sure.
Yeah, he pretty much made a career off of. I don't really watch American Horror Story like that, but he pretty much
American Horror Story used to be my shit.
Phenomenal. I haven't seen it in a while.
I haven't either. It just started getting the new season started getting a little too all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched the American Horror Story that had Angela Bassett in it. You know what I'm saying? But
I liked it was like the one with the haunted house. The mental asylum one was good.
Asylum.
And that one was really good.
Covenant was phenomenal. And
Covenant was good.
Yeah. Covenant was great. And then it started to when they started adding like Lady Gaga and then Carnival and
it was just like
I feel like I'm watching this as a chore, but I watched all the way
sorry, my thing fell.
And if you haven't seen it, Cult is a very good one to watch as well.
Oh yeah, Cult was a good one too. Hold on, sorry guys, I gotta get my thing propped back up, but I'm still here. So if you guys are a fan of Evan Peters, Niecy Nash, check out some of their projects that they've done. And once again, if you guys haven't seen it, please take the time to go see it if you are open-minded enough to engage in that type of content. Sorry guys,
I agree, Tina. He's very good with concepts, but he's somewhat terrible with execution.
Oh yeah, Roanoke was good. That one was good with Cuba Gooding. That one was good too.
It's only good because of Angela Bassett, but yeah.
This guy loves some Angela. All right, y'all. So we're gonna move on to the next topic before we run out of time. All right. So the Brett Favre controversy with welfare fraud, stealing from the poor to stay rich. I had a couple of little articles here that he has a radio show on Sirius XM. They actually have put his show on pause amid the reports of this welfare fraud situation. What's his name? What's the brother that's on the ESPN channel? Well, it says Baller Alert actually put a statement out saying that Brett Favre allegedly conspired to steal millions in welfare funds to give to the University of Southern Mississippi to build a volleyball stadium. Him and the governor actually went in on this little thing here. And I just want to show this one clip of, what's this guy's name? What's his name? Shannon Sharp.
Former Mississippi Governor Phil Bryant. Former.
Oh, he's former. Okay. Well, that explains he's trying to get some get back. Okay, let me show you what Shannon Sharp said about Brett Favre.
Brett Favre went to the Hall of Fame and nobody mentioned about text messages that he sent to that jet masseuse. Nobody mentioned anything about the addiction that he suffered from. But yet, T.O., they brought up everything. Can you imagine?
T.O. is Terrell Owens.
Would have had an incidents like Brett Favre off the field. T.O. still, to this day right now, would not be in the Hall of Fame. Yet they walked right past it like Brett Favre did nothing.
That is true. I give you that.
The problem that I have with this situation, you got to be a sorry mofo to steal from the lowest. Mississippi is the poorest state in our country. It's citizens. So if they're the poorest state, Brett Favre is taken from the underserved. You made $100+ million in the NFL. This is what we know. Scared when black and brown people do fraud the government, they hell bent. You get an EBT card and you get WIC and you get stuff like that, boy, they move heaven and earth to try to put you in jail.
Hell yeah.
Measly dollars. Fact. Now this man done took $1 million. And they sitting around like, well, you know, it happened and we'll see. And they're going to get more money and do it all over again. The biggest criminals, the people that steal the most, look like that. But he's been a sleazeball. He's been shady for a very, very long time.
Wow. That was some very hold on, Michael, we lost him. I'm trying to bring him back on. That was some very intense statements right there. Did you see it, Michael?
Why would you
no, my phone is acting fucking retarded.
Do you want me to replay it back?
No, I mean, like, I saw the video of like Shannon Sharp like going off like yesterday, so it's just that like when you guys are talking, like I can't, like, your videos are still, I can see you guys. I mean, I can hear you guys, but like I can't see, you know, what you guys are doing. So.
Oh well, we can see you and you're clear. But what do you guys think about these? What do you guys? Well, if you have any issues, you know, we'll just wait for you to come back in. It happens. What do you guys think about these serious allegations? I mean, I'm not surprised though. I mean, I feel like a lot of rich people do a lot of fraud.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I just feel like this is normal. Honestly. I know that sounds bad, but.
No, you're right.
I don't think he's gonna get in no trouble.
No, yeah, but honestly, but like you're right though. That's why, like, you know, when I heard about this, like everyone's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it." It's kind of like he's a rich white dude. You know what I'm saying?
Can you not believe it?
Huh?
It's like, really? Do you really not believe it?
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like this is like so fucking normal when it comes to like, you know, rich, you know, people with a certain, you know, ethnic background. You know, it's like this is like this is so fucking common. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't surprise me at all. And it's just, you know, fucked up as far as like the NFL.
You said rich people
like always calling out. I mean,
he said ethnic. He said ethnic. Rich people with a European, with
the caucasity.
With the caucus. With the caucus.
The caucasity. Okay.
The caucasity. I wish I could see y'all faces when y'all saying that shit. That's hilarious.
See, Tina said, please, it is the gold standard for rich white people. See, Tina,
she's 100% right. Hey man, I'm not trying to get us canceled, all right? Okay. I rather
No, you're not. You're not gonna get us canceled. You're not gonna get us canceled. Go ahead, talk your shit, nigga.
All right, man. Fuck all these rich ass white people. No.
Trying to get more rich and more white.
But no, yeah, like this is nothing new, man. Like this scamming shit. I mean, like, yo, I can like how many like rich white celebrities have been like arrested for like fraud and money laundering and like using or trying to use the prison system, you know, as like people like what was that one thing? That was one thing that they also found out about Brett Favre. Like they showed they displayed like a text message that he was having between
I
himself and
saw that.
the governor, like trying to like use prisoners in order
I
to
saw that.
I think they were like I think he wanted them like he was trying to have prisoners like built like lockers for like the facility that he was trying to build and shit. Yeah, man, it's fucked up.
That's how they think. They get that bread. They on top of the world. They like, listen, let's just steal some more money while we're at it.
Tina's funny, bro. She's like, Tina's funny as fuck. She's like, man, I'm white, but I ain't dumb.
Right.
That's right. See, Tina know. This is I am white, I ain't dumb. Hey, we need more white people like you, see, Tina, the ones that keep it all the way real.
Keep it all the way real.
You can come to the cookout. She always open. We got it all covered. Just bring yourself, baby. No, but yeah, when I saw this, it honestly just made me think of Donald Trump.
How he's gonna get away with it? How he's gonna get away with it and nothing's gonna happen to him?
Right. They're like, he done stole from niggas. Oh my God. I'm like,
you know the first time I ever heard about embezzlement was in the Flintstones movie.
Oh shit! You talked the one with John Goodman and Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
I didn't know
you're right.
what it was until the Flintstones movie.
You're right, yo.
Until he had all those like shells, whatever it was, and then
oh my God,
and trying to like, and they got him fired because of it and stuff like that. Man,
them blue collar crimes. That's all this is, y'all. He ain't finna get in no trouble.
Nobody checking for Brett Favre.
Shit, hey man, listen. That form of criminality is like popping off so much. We even got black people getting into it. Black Lives Matter. Shit.
Yep. Y'all, they all embezzling up in this bitch. Y'all better apply for food stamps, even if you
welfare payments though for a volleyball court. We know for damn sure I wasn't going to no damn volleyball court. Ooh. They have not even drafted a volleyball team yet.
Yo, these motherfuckers was embezzling money for a volleyball stadium.
In Mississippi?
Who going?
The state of volleyball. Mississippi. You know, whenever you think about volleyball, you think of Mississippi.
Yeah.
I think of Mississippi when I think of volleyball. I do.
Oh, baby, I got these tickets to this volleyball game. Here in Mississippi?
In Crooked Letter.
It's gonna be Negroes there.
That's what he thought. He thought he was gonna take $8 million from those Negroes.
Lord. Oh my God.
Nah.
That should let you know they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck.
Especially
okay.
And then on top of that, Brett Favre is from Mississippi. How would you do that to your own? How would you?
That's fucked up. That's
when you're rich, the only color you give a fuck about when you're rich is green, and that's it.
Green.
They don't give a fuck.
But then you got people like. But then you got people like Nipsey Hussle that go back to their communities to give back just to get shot.
And we talked about that. We said we talked about, well, I don't necessarily know that we talked about that, but I do remember that Fat Joe was on. He was talking with Charlamagne the God.
Yes, I saw that.
He was very much talking about. See,
PNB Rock.
I find that more. I'm more interested in that. This Brett Favre bullshit. But like, Fat Joe was definitely talking about like people or rappers a lot of the time trying to give back to their own communities and going back to their own hometowns, and ended up dead because of it a lot of the time. And he was very much adamant about like stay out, and which sucks considering there are a lot of people in this world, and it's very, very sad. But yeah, Brett Favre, like I don't understand. Like, you're a Hall of Famer, you know,
right?
Like, you are a household name. Why would you do something to
Nova? I just started.
You know what I mean? So like, what's up, Nova K?
I just mentioned you, Nova, a little while ago. You missed it.
Yeah. We're talking about fish.
And how you can't smell it. And vaginas. And how Kenyatta said titties is nasty.
I've seen pretty titties.
And like, and apparently, like, if you like titties and you like pussy, but you can still be gay.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, there are some guys. It's like bisexual. They're basically bisexual. They're basically bisexual.
Hey, people could tell you whatever you want. If you want to fall for it, by all means.
Hey, I saw a guy that said that.
Spoken like a true straight man.
Hey, can I say something? Let me tell you guys a funny story about the titty thing. Okay, so one time when my
titty story?
Yes, my son, my baby boy was come back on camera. My baby boy was really little, right? My little one. And at the time he was still little enough, and he came in and I was getting dressed. Like, no, I don't want anybody to think I'm like walking around here showing my titties to my sons. But
it's weird already. I'm uncomfortable.
So listen, I was getting dressed and he was really little. He was probably like maybe 2-ish, about to be maybe 3. And he came in and I was like, Elijah, you can't come in mommy's room when she's getting dressed. He's starting to get older. He's starting to notice things. And he asked me, first he asked me why I didn't have a peanuts. Then he asked me, what are these? And I told him that they were breasts, and he said that they were nasty. I just thought it was funny because and it just made me think, maybe they are nasty.
I mean, well, everything's nasty to you when you're fucking. Can we move on? Shit. This is so
that was just a little joke.
Relish at to talk about.
I thought you would like that little commentary there, Michael.
It's a little weird, you know. My son saw my titties and he started asking questions like, Mommy, how come your titties saggy? Like, I don't want to hear this shit. Fuck.
Oh no. He did not say my titties was saggy. He did not say my titties was saggy, first of all.
It was a very wholesome story. I enjoyed it. I'll be telling it to all my friends.
Y'all stupid. Oh,
I'm
shit.
surprised they haven't made an episode about it.
Bro.
Y'all stupid. Nova Kane said titties are everything. That's right, Nova.
Everything and nothing all at the same time.
All right, Elijah.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, that was funny. Ooh, okay.
That's
Oh,
hilarious.
oh my stomach. Hold on, wait.
I can't.
Oh god.
Oh my God, that was funny. Okay. Whew. Whew. Okay, so next topic. Whew. Oh my God, y'all are hilarious. Whew. Okay. All right.
I can't.
So our next topic is celebrity spotlight. Adam Levine.
Wait. We don't consider Brett Favre to be a celebrity. We just.
He is a celebrity, but right now he a trifling celebrity, so he don't get that title.
So it's Adam Levine.
Adam Levine, and then you know what's funny? I liked Adam Levine. Someone said ain't nothing wrong with the little titty. All right, stop with the titty jokes so I can get.
Hey, you don't want to tell the damn story about your titties and your kids.
Titties and kids.
Oh shit! Oh my God, that was funny. I had tearing up. Stop. Okay. Whew. Oh my God, that was a wholesome story, you guys. It's gonna happen to you when you have a kid. It's gonna happen to you, Michael, when you have a kid. Trust me.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell that story at Christmas. Right when everybody's enjoying their eggnog.
Gather around, everyone. Gather around.
Gather around.
Time to tell a story about the titty and the kids.
Yo, shut up. Novocaine said, all hell kicks shit. That's all I'm saying. A good set of titties ain't never hurt nobody. That's right. Oh my God.
It's true though. I mean, they ain't lying, but.
Oh man, y'all hilarious, dog. Oh my God, y'all funny, bro. Y'all funny as hell. Ooh, Lord Jesus. All right, back to the Adam Levine and his affair with the 23-year-old Instagram model makes traction in social media news. The Instagram model, her name is Sumner. What is this girl's name?
Don't nobody care.
Sumner something. Sumner, I forget her name, but she plays victim without taking accountability for being an assist to home wrecking. Candace Owens, what they say, Michael? What they say?
Charmaine put it was the night before the titty.
Before the titty. Y'all so nasty. Y'all so nasty. And Kenyatta ran when the story started.
Yep. We gonna leave out some titties and milk for Santa.
Oh my God, yo.
Y'all are stupid, dog. Y'all stupid. Y'all stupid. Oh God. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Oh, I got some abs now. Thanks. Oh. Okay, so Candace Owens chimed in on this from her perspective on women not taking accountability for their actions. This is our last topic for tonight, so I'm going to show you guys a little bit of that YouTube clip.
Without covering this story, I just am so amazed by this model. She's an Instagram model. My favorite euphemism for I don't know, a prostitute.
Yeah, read that backwards.
Sorry.
Hey, Christina, pause for a second. I need the chat to like chill the fuck out. They make me laugh right now. they won't stop, bro.
They wilding out.
They over here laughing. Y'all ain't right. I shouldn't even told y'all that story.
Shit. Oh, okay.
Y'all just nasty.
All right, I'm putting the chat.
That's okay. Because one of these episodes we're gonna be talking about some old just nasty stuff. Just have a good old nasty time. All right, let me run this real quick.
Okay.
That was funny.
Spot the goddamn on. Let's continue.
Year-long affair with married Maroon 5 frontman Adam Levine. He's 43. And he asked her if he could name his unborn third.
He did ask if he could name his child after her.
Yeah.
Come on, where the hell is he?
Wild.
Right.
That's his wife, after her.
It's weird.
Okay, so let's just watch.
That's weird. She said that's weird.
To talk about the affair that she had.
Okay.
I'm just gonna repeat it all.
This is the model.
I've taken this like 10 times now. Essentially, I was having an affair with a man who's married to a Victoria's Secret model. At the time, I was young, I was naive, and quite frankly, I feel exploited. I wasn't in the scene.
How do you feel exploited?
I am now. So I was definitely very easily manipulated.
Wow.
What?
I'm sure you know who Adam Levine is. But Adam and I were seeing each other for about a year. I stopped talking to him over, a period of months. This is how he came back in my life.
So he sent her messages.
Said, okay, serious question. I'm having another baby, and if it's a boy, I really want to name it Sumner. You okay with that? Dead serious. I was like, I'm in hell. Like, I have to be in hell at this point. My morals were unknowingly compromised. I was completely manipulated. I've been told this privately. I never wanted to come forward because obviously I know the implications that come with doing what I do, making money the way I do, and being an Instagram model.
Wow.
So being tied to a story like this.
Wow, yes.
Stereotypes. I had sent some screenshots recklessly to a few friends I thought I trusted, and one of them had attempted to sell to a tabloid.
Girl, bye.
Right.
She's an Instagram model, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of Candace's perspective.
I want to show you another video that this Instagram model uploaded in order to demonstrate how black women will continue to play victim irrespective of their accountability within a particular situation. Every single last man that wants to better their lives and level up to the best version of yourselves, you better turn your speakers on for this and pay attention.
Or something. It's like, we don't feel sorry for you. You knew this man. What? I'm gonna try not to go off right now.
Not on TikTok.
I just couldn't disagree more. I don't understand why we continue to blame women for men's mistakes. Especially talking about 20-something-year-old women dealing with men in positions of power who are twice their age. The power dynamic is so.
That has nothing to do with it. It's all logic.
Like, it's predatory.
Bitch, you're 23. You're old enough to know better than to sleep with a married man.
I do not agree.
Michael, stop sitting there like you're so happy about this woman just implicating herself like this.
You're the one. So the whole other woman.
What you say? I can't even hear you.
That's.
Hold on.
And it's literally designed to keep women apart.
20-something-year-old woman, ma'am. You were in your early 20s. That makes you an adult.
Right.
You continue to weaponize terminology such as being predatory as when it refers to Adam Levine, when you had full ownership and full agency to say yes or to say no.
Are we not supposed to do that?
When no
Exactly, Nova.
Want your goodies all across the internet, and when a man bites, all of a sudden now it's predatory because it didn't work out for you.
Right.
She feels exploited.
Okay, here we go.
Quite frankly, she feels like manipulated. Like her morals were like unknowingly compromised. She was a victim.
This making fun of her.
Like she didn't know. Like she's just like a girl. Like how was she supposed to know? She's on the internet and she it's like elevator music, Maroon 5 music.
Right.
And everybody clearly knows who Adam Levine is, but she is the victim of this story. Don't you feel sad for her? She had to go on TikTok and talk about how she wrecked a marriage. And by the way, I am not excusing Adam Levine from this. I am just so fascinated by how degenerate your mind has to be in order for you to realistically, obviously, respond to the fact that somebody is rich and famous. Go for it because you're an Instagram model, right? Hope that you're going to establish a relationship and do this for an entire year and then publicly come out with this story. Not like you did the moral thing to do, which would be if you really thought in reflection that you were doing something that was wrong, you would reach out to his wife.
Yeah.
You would reach out to Bahati Prinsloo, who doesn't deserve this. She's currently pregnant.
It's Candace Owens.
Yes,
clearly
I
it's
agree.
and she finds out on TikTok, right? If you are a moral individual who would have reached out to her and you said, hey, I am sorry for what I did. I am sorry how what I have done and what I have contributed to hurt you. Yes, I knew what I was doing. Clearly, everybody knows who Adam Levine is. Everybody knows who Maroon 5 is. If she was a moral person, that's what she would have done. But no, she went on TikTok because TikTok, I don't know, I feel moralic, I feel exploited. I'm the victim because I was young. Yeah, you were desperate to establish a relationship with a famous, rich man. Right?
Yeah. He was desperate to establish the relationship. And now that she's more popular than what she was back in the day, all of a sudden now he was predatory. All of a sudden now he's the bad guy. All of a sudden now he's the male chauvinist, whatever, patriarchy, whatever. All of a sudden now he's a Me Tooer. All of a sudden now, yes, Adam Levine is a damn dummy to not only cheat on his wife, but then to also do that with a woman like you.
For real though.
Okay, let's talk about it.
All right, let's talk about it. So this is our last topic of the night. So everybody tap in the chat. So what do you guys feel about this?
Before we go on, what the hell are y'all talking about? I live for this shit. Like what?
They knew he was coming back.
What are they? Wait.
Michael,
live for this shit. What are you talking about?
You be so happy. It was the way you were sitting there, just like eating it up. Like, I love that this bitch is talking crazy. I love that she looking stupid right now to a certain degree. I do think that you kind of like it when a woman self-implicates, and I kind of agree with Novocaine in that respect.
Just for fun and jokes.
I'm just sitting here just watching it. Like I wasn't enjoying it. Like women do this shit all the time. I mean, so do men, but.
He said, "I'm dead."
I'm sitting here watching it like
I think because of that.
Like I'm confused.
That's where we coming from. That's what I mean.
Michael turned into the. He got aroused off of that. Like, yeah, bitches is fucking up.
Yeah, bitches
sitting here watching it. I mean, like, hey, y'all making up shit in your own heads, like whatever. But
Michael said, "Yeah, that bitch is fucking up."
And they be saying stupid shit all the time. And here's another stupid bitch.
Wow.
This is exactly how Kim Kardashian made it, right? This is exactly we got Kim Kardashian 3.0.
Y'all are retarded. Hey yo, but hey,
I just want to say real quick, it's a really, really dark day when I agree with Candace Owens. I'm upset. I'm upset. I didn't need to.
I can't stand her ass.
Her commentary on this shit. I didn't need to agree with her. Nod in my head, yes, on the shit that she was saying. But it's pretty point blank.
It is.
It's obvious.
It is.
This girl is reaching for clout.
Yes.
Wouldn't be nothing if it wasn't
if she wasn't even
around with Adam Levine,
Because I don't know the bitch. I don't know.
Which is why I was trying to stop you from even saying the bitch's name. I don't care.
Oh, that was good.
I'm not trying to look her up or Google her or try and get.
We ain't trying to give you no more clout, boo.
I'm not trying to spread her name. I'm not trying to get you to know her. I don't care. We don't care. It's just a side bitch that Adam Levine done fucked with.
Yeah, that's it.
And
that's
what's crazy to me is that Adam Levine found comfortability. Now, you stupid, sir, considering that you've been popping since the early 2000s.
Popping.
So you've been popping since the early 2000s, The Voice and whatever, songs about Jane and yada, yada, yada. It's crazy to me that you thought that she would not say anything, considering that you are in a marriage with kids.
Right.
Like, she put your text messages on blast.
On blast for all your business. That's why I be trying to tell them.
Screen style. You know what I mean? Like, you're dumb. You're dumb.
Right. I agree.
You're dumb.
I'm like,
and you kind of, because he was a little bit lax in his judgment, he kind of gets what he deserves in terms of what's coming out of this. I
know it's messy. It's just a whole messy thing, and I do think it was weird that he asked her, "Can I name my child after your first name?"
Stupid. What is that?
That was weird as hell.
It's disrespectful.
Yes, it's disrespectful to his wife.
To his wife and the child.
Yeah, and the child.
Side chick?
Yeah, that is fucked up. Hey, Daddy, where did I get my name from?
This Instagram bitch I was fucking with, you know what I'm saying? I think her name was Stacey. I forgot, but yeah. Yeah, I named you after
I forgot, but yeah.
Are you kidding me? I ain't never gonna forget her now.
Right, that might be that's he said it's incredibly Caucasian. What the fuck? It's incredibly Caucasian is what the fuck it is. that is something that's crazy, bruh.
You would never.
The caucasity of it all.
The caucasity.
Yo, I don't understand why. I don't get why women would mess with a married man. I never understood that logic. I've never understood women that mess with men that are married.
It's the same.
You know what the crazy thing is, though?
Why a woman would I can't say that. I was gonna say it was the same logic as why a woman would stay with a man who she got cheated on, but there's so much more at stake, right?
Right.
There's so much more that goes into it, considering that y'all have not one kid, but kids together.
Right.
And then on top of that is Adam Levine, Maroon 5, The Voice, all of these things that make a woman like want to stick in there. I think that a lot of the time we talked about men of status, right?
Right.
How they feel as though that they can do whatever they want to do, considering that women will do what they want, considering their status, right?
Right. Like, oh, girl that was like, I don't really like anal sex, but I do it because I know he like it, even though it hurt me real bad.
Cam Newton.
Cam.
You know what I mean? Like all these dudes, and I'm not trying to like shame them or nothing like that. It's
right, of course.
It's they are the way they are because women let them be the way they are.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like they wouldn't necessarily do the things that they do that are incredibly disrespectful if women didn't give them the pass to do it with them.
That is true, though. That's true. What were you gonna say, Michael? That is very true, Ken. You're right.
Ken kind of hit the point a little bit. We're all like, oh man, that's disrespectful towards his wife, and you have 2 kids. But it's like, how do we know that his wife probably like wasn't going along with this?
She might have known.
He She probably knew that. Actually, it's funny
Will
because
Smith
Alvin
did,
and Preach.
but we won't go there.
Right.
Alba, why aren't we going there?
Let's look
Because
at the past. Damn, Mike.
huh?
Damn.
What?
Damn.
Shut up,
What?
Ken.
What?
Shut your ass up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Ken. Goddamn, I'm talking. So anyway, it's funny because Ab and Preach did a segment on this situation, and they were talking about how within the entertainment industry or in the the world of the upper class,
I'll be right
the
back,
rich
y'all.
and
Keep
famous and
going.
whatnot, they were
Keep
talking
going.
about how a lot of relationships are exactly like this because like you were just saying, Ken, men for higher status, their wives actually agree to them exploring their options, seeing other women on the side. They allow this shit to happen because they are happy with the luxurious lifestyle that they have with that significant other. I mean, this goes from Adam Levine to fucking Cardi B, Beyonce. Shit.
I agree.
Oh,
So,
I missed some of it.
there's
Sorry, I had a kid
they were
coming.
pretty much talking about how there's a whole world where, there's a different world where it's people who are at a certain status that, that we're going to find weird as far as,
Right.
couples participating in, orgies and shit. And,
Right.
going out and sleeping with, I mean, shit, isn't that the whole thing with, Will Smith and,
Yeah,
Jaden Smith?
they say
that they're
that
allowed to go out and fuck other people.
Yeah. They do say that was. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think there's a lifestyle that people who live at a certain status, that they live that we don't see and we're not used to, where we're going to think oh, you're a piece of shit for cheating on your wife, oh, you're a piece of shit for sleeping around your husband. But for all we know, it's kind of
they might have
it's
already
kind of
discussed it.
Adam Levine's wife found out about this shit because even a couple of a couple of days afterwards she found out they were caught holding hands and shit, and she was like, oh, it's okay, I was a little hurt by what he did, but we're moving on, we're looking past this. Who's to say that as soon as they went back in the house she was like, God damn it, nigga, why the fuck, you know what I'm saying, really, you couldn't just buy a hooker? You couldn't buy a prostitute?
Anybody.
It had to be some IG model bitch?
Right. And you know what? A lot of women.
And shit. And I pretend like I'm hurt and I'm devastated.
Right.
Fuck, man. Goddamn,
you know what?
You're to fuck better people.
I agree, Mike.
Right, you're right, Michael. You're right. There are some women that are part of that lifestyle and status that know what their men are doing, as long as they're not bringing it home, as long as it's not being put on blast, as long as it's not being broadcasted.
Exactly.
They're
that to a certain degree because I feel like there are a lot of relationships, regardless of status, that get bored in the bedroom. I think that there are some people who get bored in the bedroom, so they want to invoke a little bit of difference, right? Like some type of spontaneity or some motivation. Just because there are some people who are comfortable with getting off the same way constantly. Right. And so you need a little bit of change, or you need a little bit of a switch up, right? So, and in terms of Adam Levine and a lot of people who are of status can get what they want. Right. So I think sometimes the conversation is easily or more easily had when you are of status. But
that's true.
I think that there are a lot of people who fall in and out of comfortability, and then they want to stray, but they want to stay within their relationship. And then because we've heard of certain situations where we've heard of hall passes, right?
Right.
Of those situations where if you meet someone who is your hall pass, right? Then you can stray from the relationship as long as it doesn't mean nothing. You know what I mean? In this particular respect, this girl knew that she meant nothing, which is why she came out and she was vocal
Ah,
right?
got you. I got you.
She didn't want to be the one who she wanted to mean something a little bit more to Adam Levine, and Adam Levine was
Right.
like, "Hey, bitch."
That's why she mentioned he want to name his child after me.
You just.
I got you.
But how much does this person truly mean to him if he's willing to name his child after her? Is it just because I feel like it's something as small and as narcissistic as I just like how your name sounds.
Right. I think so too. I don't think it has any depth. I don't think there's any feelings. I don't think it's anything of that. Me neither. Me neither.
I think he was just like, hey,
I like that. That's the name, Sumner. I like the Sumner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's different.
That's different.
Yeah,
that's all that was.
I think she just wanted it to be more than what it really was. That's what she's just
She wanted it to be more than what it was.
What it was, yeah.
Realized that it wasn't more than what it was. Then
like
she went to TikTok.
You just
decided to Instagram to talk about this story, and look at all the texts I got. And I was a side chick that, you know, like, she was trying to get clout, and hopefully it doesn't go much further than where it actually is, because
me too. I hope not for him.
She the new bachelorette, and I don't want
I don't want to see that either. I don't want to see that bitch either. That's just, I think that's messy as hell. Like, girl, go ahead, go about your business. All these single dudes out here, and you getting with Adam Levine, fucking up his whole situation going on with his wife. I mean, I don't know if that's the situation, if that what it is, but like Michael said, the wife could have known about her being a side bitch. And then when you the wife, the side bitch is what you are. The side bitch. You're not getting what I'm getting. You're getting some dick and maybe a burger.
A burger?
Like, bitch, okay. And he's going to come right back home, and he's going to be with me, and I'm going to be the wife, and I'm in this luxurious house, and I have the cars, and I have the money, and I have the children, and I still have the man. You just have a piece of his tool, which still belongs to me. You're just borrowing it, bitch.
So it makes you wonder what kind of life that is, right? So like,
right. I think you kind of get used. I think you get used to it, and I think some of those women start to understand this, like the status of the type of man that they're dealing with. And once you become a wife, you feel like, okay, I'm the wife. If all he's doing is fucking these girls or having side relations with them, that doesn't surpass my status. I'm the wife. I'm not going anywhere unless I want to go somewhere.
Right.
And then and now it's different. If he try to be with the bitch, then that's a whole different conversation.
Right.
But if I'm not trying to be with you, you're just a fucking a good time, then I mean, you can't get nothing past the wife. You can't go no higher than that.
I think some women, like his wife, may understand the situation.
Right.
So like they get it.
She's in and if she's a Victoria's Secret model, she's in that environment. So the statuses of, you know, she's probably not, you know what I'm saying?
Get it?
Like, she probably gets it.
Yep. I wanna chime into what some of our chat saying. Novocaine was
Go ahead.
well, I feel like after a certain tax bracket, love isn't enough. You bored, but y'all rich and y'all work publicly.
Ooh, nicely put.
But I mean, and that's real. That's real. It's
and then maybe if he doesn't get to see her that often, doesn't spend that much time traveling, touring, doing other business ventures, I don't know.
But she says, Queen Main Event, she says it's a challenge to women like that, getting something they know they can't have.
Right.
I agree.
It's only for the moment, boo-boo.
We talked about that last week, that there are some women who are out there who are predatory to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Who they don't necessarily care that you have a girl.
Right.
if you out and you about, you know what I mean,
Right.
with your homeboys, and I like you, I could care less, you know what I mean. And it's at that moment that they feel weakness that they tend to stray, you know what I mean. But there are women out there who, whether you got a ring on or not, they will go for it. And I think there are some men who do that as well. They
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They try to test your loyalty.
Yeah, all day.
And
that's why they be like, you got a boyfriend? You married? Or they'll be like, well, in my own experience, they'll be like, you married? And I'll be like, no, you don't see no, I'm not married. And then they'll be like, oh, okay, you're not married? No. Oh, so you got a boyfriend, baby daddy? Oh, I got a boyfriend. Just a boyfriend? Yeah, just a boyfriend. So can you have friends? Can you have friends?
Right.
Right. And you be like, no, my baby dad, no, my boyfriend wouldn't like me have friends. Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Here, go ahead and take my number down. And
that's a lie.
And then when if it don't, you know what I'm saying? If it take my number down, you know, and if it don't, you know, if it they always go, if it don't, you know, if it don't, you know, just, you know, go ahead and hit me up on the text.
So you got a backup in case,
I don't understand niggas like that, man. I don't understand niggas like that. Like, I can never be that type of person just because, like.
Oh, you ain't never did that, Michael.
Fuck no, I ain't never do that shit. Like, I don't know. Like, first of all, like, I'm not a homewrecker. Second of all, I don't know who this bitch is with. Like, what if the nigga that she's with is fucking crazy?
Well, that's good.
What
At least
what if I get caught fucking her and this nigga comes out with a shotgun and shit or a fucking machete and like I did all this dumb shit all over some pussy? Like, no, that's fucking stupid, man.
I'm gonna tell y'all that happened to. That happened to a friend of mine. That happened to a friend of mine back in the day. Somebody I grew up with. He used to always fuck other niggas' bitches. And one day, a guy showed up on his doorstep, his mama doorstep, because he was still living with his mama at the time. And the girl I think she told her boyfriend where he stayed. And he showed up at his house and asked him if he was effing his girl, and it went a little left, and the guy was gonna fight my homeboy, and I think he lied to him and told him he wasn't really fucking the girl that he talked to or something like that, but he was definitely hitting them cheeks. Then he stopped messing with the girl after the boyfriend popped up. So, yeah, I've never done that. I've never messed with a married man. I don't know them anymore, but I've known a couple of girls that slept with married men. And there was one girl that got a very bad situation out of it. She ended up getting pregnant, and the guy wasn't all, innocent. He was lying to the girl, telling her he was going to leave his wife and things of that nature, which we all know that's bullshit. They're never going to leave their wife. Don't ever believe that shit. She kept sleeping with him. They were out having an unprotected situation. They're coming up pregnant. He told her to get rid of the baby because now you're pregnant. Now the truth comes out, bitch. I don't want you having that baby, and I'm not about to be with you. She did not get rid of the baby. She ended up having the baby, and it messed up his marriage, and a whole bunch of messy stuff went down. So, leave that shit alone.
Novocaine, like, I understand where you're coming from, but, like, don't ever let it get to that point where, like, you'll kill somebody or go to prison for over a loved one that, like, cheated on you. That just lets you know that person.
Pushed her down the stairs. Oops.
No, that just lets you know. No, if anything, the person that fucked your significant other and, like, them allowing it to happen, they just did you a favor. They let you know that person's not for you.
That's true. That is very true. If you look at it.
Nova
Yeah, he's just playing.
Don't even give into that. No, don't even.
It's talking in rap lyrics right now.
Right.
He ain't going to prison for nobody.
Hell no, I wouldn't either.
No,
I remember when
worth that. It's not.
It's never worth it. There's too much dick and there's too much vaginas out here. Trust me, there are options.
Damn,
Trust
must
me.
you be so vulgar? Guys,
Yes.
It's not about dick and vagina. It's about love, Christina. It's about love.
Yeah, right.
I mean, like, it's about love for me. I don't know about y'all, because I'm happy as fuck. I don't know about y'all, okay?
Got to do with it.
What's love got to do with it?
Love,
Everything.
but a
Everything,
second hand emotion.
No.
Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken?
I'm sorry, that was Patti LaBelle.
Let me tell you one more time. Let me tell y'all one more time.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
Yes, y'all. That concludes our show for the night. It is 11:45. We actually ended up on a good time this time. Last week, we didn't get off till like 1 o'clock in the morning last week. We was on your top.
Yeah.
We was talking a lot. That was because
we was talking a lot.
We
was talking a lot.
George hookah blowing ass.
I'm sorry. Why are you hating on my peoples? What
hating on them?
Oh, getting stuck on the camera ass.
He said something
if
niggas
didn't show up late, we never have those problems. Now, if niggas was on time, we wouldn't have those problems. Now, what we can?
Job, nigga.
Two of them,
nigga.
Two of them.
But yours start much later.
What?
And other times.
Oh my God! Don't
you don't have a set schedule. All right, y'all. So that concludes our show for the night. Y'all know how we do every Thursday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. Western Time. Please follow us. What?
I'm sorry. Are we getting a joke?
Yes, I'm doing. Yeah, Charmaine, get the joke ready. Get the joke ready. I'm just doing our little stuff to get everybody to follow us. Please follow us.
Unless you passed out already, though.
Oh, yeah, Charmaine, are you there? Are you there, Charmaine?
Yeah,
are you there?
She didn't say anything for a while.
Are you there, Charmaine?
Oh shit.
Charmaine. Well,
baby.
Follow us.
Baby.
Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at The Mic is Hot Instagram Live podcast _show. Please go and subscribe to. Hey girl, get your joke ready. Please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel, y'all. The YouTube channel is The Mic is Hot Live podcast show. We still just look for the little microphone with the flame as our little icon. We have 35 subscribers, y'all. We almost there. We've got some little more trading to do. But if we can get to 50 by the end of October, we can start doing a lot more on YouTube. I want to start collaborating with some other podcasters, bringing more of our audience. We can bring more people on YouTube because we're limited on Instagram, and interacting with you guys. And then if you guys start, giving us additional add-ins for the show and supporting our show, we'll be able to give back to you guys. Like I was saying, i.e. gift cards, just to show our support, give away certain things for you guys supporting us. So just run up those numbers for YouTube. And whenever you are ready, Charmaine, we are ready for that joke. Kick us home.
I want to say how much I love the community that we have created here. At the Mic is Hot Live. We have our regulars, and it's awesome to be able to call out and laugh and
Yes.
single one of you. It really, really touches me that you guys are here weekly. Even
It is.
through our our squabbles as
Yeah.
well as
What?
it's as if you're not afraid of those things and are chiming in with us in the same respect. And I just want to say, from myself and the rest of them, we appreciate you truly. And yeah,
Yes, y'all.
thanks for
We've been
being
doing this. We've been doing this since March, you guys. We've been doing this since March of this year. And we've been consistent, and y'all have been consistent. We love y'all, and we do want to. The more you guys support the show, with the financial or whatever, we want to be able to get it back, not just to take from you guys. We want to also be able to give back for y'all supporting us. So that's the goal as well. And Charmaine has our joke, so you can go ahead and read it out.
I am something people celebrate or resist. I can change people's thoughts and lives. I'm obvious to some people, but to others, I'm a mystery. What am I? Nobody can say you are titties.
Who said titties? Who said?
I mean, to be honest, it's a mystery to me too. I don't get it. I don't know.
Alive titty. I am something people celebrate or resist. That could be a titty.
Christina, we ain't talking about your damn titties no more, man. Shit.
We ain't talking about my titties.
This all talking about her titties, though.
Okay.
No one would be talking about titties if we weren't. If you didn't start off with Christina's titties.
Okay, what was it again? Okay, so BNT. Shout out to BNT Podcast. Thank y'all for popping in. We closing out though. Y'all missed the whole live. So I'm gonna post the live so y'all can check us out. Check out our conversations. I appreciate y'all popping in on this right quick. And they actually subscribe to our YouTube channel too. So shout out to BNT Podcast. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love, brothers. Thank you. Okay, she said, let me know when y'all give it. Wait, hold on. Celebrate something we celebrate or resist. Celebrate or resist. Celebrate or resist.
Turning a year older.
Is it birthdays? Is it birthdays?
Yep.
He said, I'm sorry, I'm late. I've been working heavy. Oh, no, you good. I appreciate you popping in. We'll be back next week.
I appreciate you.
But I will. I'm gonna post the live and tag you in at BNT so y'all can check us out and comment if you like on some of the topics. No, it's not Nova. He said it's titties. That's it. She said, no, it's not Nova. Age. Kenyatta was close. Kenyatta was at it.
Wow.
Turn a year older.
Yeah, we was close. We were on that.
Damn.
We were on that little wave. But see, look, we could also do something like this, like when Charmaine gives a titty age. That's another thing, y'all. When Charmaine does our jokes, if anybody gets the joke, if we got some money in the little thing, we can give you like a little $5, $10 gift card to get you a little lunch, get you a little something. We do want to get back to you guys for supporting us on the show. She said that Nova can't go to bed. Yeah, we do want to get back to y'all because for real, y'all have been, for real, it's dope as hell having people come and watch us as regulars and have been fans of us. Some of y'all even go and grab some of the promos and put it on your platforms and promote for us. That is so, that's love right there. We love you guys. I do want to be able to give back to you guys. That's why I'm trying to push this YouTube thing and build us up and build our audience up even more. Thank you for all the love y'all shown. Y'all know how we do. We every Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. Western Time. The mic is hot. Instagram Live podcast show. Until next week, we'll see y'all Thursdays. Peace and love, everybody. Mwah. Y'all have a good night and be safe. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.